From the Sunmark Federal Credit Union Content Studio, this is the Sunmark 360 with Glenn Stacy.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sunmark 360. I'm Glenn Stacy. One of the easiest targets for identity thieves are home trash bins. When you put a piece of paper in the trash, it can be difficult to know what happens to it, and it's likely that your trash passes through several stages on its way to a landfill, and every step that occurs once the trash leaves your control has risk that someone will find personal information that they can use to cause you harm. One way to safeguard personal information is to shred it before it goes into the trash. On Saturday, April 21st from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., Sunmark will be holding a document shredding day at our Latham branch located at 1187 Troy Schenectady Road. This is a great opportunity to safely destroy any personal information, such as old files and financial records, all at no cost to you. Joining me is Jose Bonilla, risk specialist here at Sunmark, to talk about Shred Day and what kind of papers you should be shredding. Jose, thanks so much for joining us on the Sunmark 360.
Thank you, Glenn, for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So Shred Day coming up this coming Saturday. And first of all, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what you do here at Sunmark as part of the risk department?
So as part of the risk department, my job here is to look at fraud monitoring, transactions, and specifically unauthorized transactions, claims that are filed by you, the customers. If there's any kind of suspicious activity on your account, we're taking a look at that and reviewing it carefully and really just making sure that we protect and mitigate losses here. And so it's safe to say that with Sunmark, we have a very secured system. I feel like, we protect our customers in every way possible. And I think one of them is doing this community service and being able to actually shred some of your documents, personal information, anything that you would consider to be secure, and making sure that they're secured and stored away safely. So I think a way to do that is kind of any credit card offers, any kind of bank statements, anything that you just have lying around. We would consider that as a potential risk. If you have it lying around, someone could always obtain that without your authorization. So I think what better way than to come to your credit union and shred those sensitive documents. Yeah,
and not to really scare anybody, but what are some of the things that someone can do? Say you have, we all get them in the mail, those credit card statements. And we just kind of toss it unshredded into the trash can. If somebody wants to go through your trash, they have some valuable information.
They do, and unfortunately, it's considered a federal offense at some point. But especially with U.S. Postal Services, we have seen cases where the U.S. Postal Service Inspector's Office has reported certain cases in the area, and it's not to keep anyone alarmed at all, but it's just a matter of making sure that you protect anything that's considered sensitive information, your name, address, social security number, date of birth. These are all pieces of information that's vital, especially for a criminal. You have to kind of think like one, and in my position, you have to do that, and you have to kind of have 10, 15, if not more steps ahead of some of the crime and what happens. So in order to do that and circumvent it in a way that we are able to review cases, that would definitely be shredding your documents right away and making sure that you do so.
Yeah, and I think a lot of folks, I will say I'm probably guilty of this. I think of those, immediately the bank statements, things that you get every month, maybe old tax forms that you kind of hold on to. And I think, okay, Shred Day is here. I'm going to bring all this stuff and bring it to Shred Day. But really, there's probably important or valuable information for criminals that comes probably daily in your mail that you should probably be setting aside. Yes. Again, we have those, it can be anything from, like the credit card statements that we mentioned, but also there's all sorts of offers and personal information on different forms. It could be an offer of insurance from someone that you probably should start collecting. Would you agree?
I agree. Not only that, but we actually do a seminar and we train on that as well. And it's actually open to the public and to our customers. And in that seminar, what we talk about is making sure that you collect your mail promptly. And so to your point, it's also the same exact thing with some of these documents that you would potentially be shredding with us on April 21st. They're documents that you would have to collect immediately and make sure that they're not just sitting there. Even if you're on vacation, making sure that you have some type of forwarding service available to where you're able to still promptly collect that mail without risking anyone getting into it.
Yeah, those are some great tips. Now, actually, when we do have the shredding day, which one thing that's really great is we use a fantastic company called 3N.
Yes.
Right? And so what actually happens if I have a bunch of shredding materials, but I want to make sure things get done properly? Sure. Do I have the opportunity to do that?
Yeah, definitely. As a matter of fact, with 3N, they're great service and they have great staff. When they're on site, they're able to assist us directly with the shredding process. And the way that it works is really you just approach the truck. We'll be there to assist you, unload all of your documents, and you actually pour them into a bin, and then immediately, just with the push of a button, that bin goes into the truck, and they actually have a live monitor, and that monitor records live all of the shredding process and everything that takes place. So it's a really neat way to just make sure that your documents are being shredded, and that it's not just falling into the back of a truck where maybe we have someone in the back there collecting it for you.
Or you see it blowing down the highway as you're going
blowing down the
as you're driving away.
Yeah.
It won't happen, right?
It's an actual shredding process. It's an actual machine. And so that's a really neat feature, I think, that they have, which is having that monitor available to all of our customers to see the shredding process.
Yeah, it's important to kind of make sure things are being done to your liking.
Yeah,
we try to do that.
Exactly.
Now, if someone can't make it to our shred day, I know that we have another avenue that they could take advantage of at all of our branches.
Definitely. We actually have bins available as well at our branches, and so I highly recommend that you stop on by and just drop your your documents there, and you would be able to still have them in that bin, and the same service, which is 3N, assists us with the shredding process for that. So regardless, you will have your documents safely stored in that bin, prepared for shredding.
So no need to wait for shred day. You can come down anytime you want.
Definitely.
Materials shredded. All right. Well, thank you, Jose, for stopping by the Sunmark 360, and we hope you take advantage of Shred Day, which is coming up this Saturday, 11 till 1, right here at our Latham headquarters, 1187 Troy Schenectady Road. You have a great afternoon. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see you next time on the Sunmark 360.